Welcome to Fresh Off the Boat. My name is Arjun Seth. I run EdBrand. We are a college admissions counseling company based in New Delhi, India. I'm welcoming today's guest, Ishan Thakur. It's fun to catch up with students I've worked with in the past, and it's interesting to see his journey because there is something different about his journey where students typically start at a college and they graduate from that. Ishan, for that matter, changed his mind. He attended University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign for 2 years and then moved to Cornell University, pursuing his interest in electrical engineering, computer science as a minor. He will be completing that degree soon, and in spring of 2021, he's poised to enroll at Cornell's Masters of Engineering program with a focus on artificial intelligence, deep learning, and pursuing his interest in software engineering further. So first things first, Ishan, I definitely would want to know about the transfer decision that you made and early days of settling in at University of Illinois. What was it like at UIUC that was working for you? And then why did you have to sort of think of transfer?
Sure. So at Illinois, my major was industrial engineering, and when I enrolled, I thought it would be a lot of optimization based, but at Illinois itself, the industrial engineering program is more integrated with mechanical engineering. So there were a lot of design classes, which I was not into that much. So I started taking more electrical engineering and computer sciences course over there, and that made me realize that my true passion lies in electrical and computer engineering. Uh, so at Illinois, it's kind of difficult to change a major, and that's when I thought that I should either try to change my major at Illinois itself, and then I learned from a couple of my friends that the option of transferring is also there. That's when I decided that okay, I'll start looking at other colleges where it's where they have a good electrical or computer engineering program, and based on that, um, my decision was made.
Sure. Um, So if you look at the whole transfer application process, what is it that you think you focused on, and what are the things which were perhaps unnecessary? What do you think worked in your case? Because you were moving a major, of course, that's one very important reason to transfer out. But then how do you establish that credibility that you want to move from one major to
Sure.
another?
Sure. So I think one of the key factors for transferring was that my GPA was really good. I think showing other colleges that you can perform well in college level courses shows that it would be not that difficult, and you would have a smooth transition into taking courses at another university, given the fact that in your first year only you were able to maintain a high GPA. Further on, I was also involved in a couple of extracurriculars that were focused around electrical engineering, software development. So those also showcase that I can work in those areas and want to specialize in those areas. I think one of the key factors which was missing when I was applying in my high school was that I was not able to showcase that side of engineering. But when I went to college, I got more opportunity as to I found a community of like-minded people who were interested in building products or actually developing uh, uh, life-changing solutions that would have helped in my transfer application.
Right. I remember that you were working on a few projects to showcase your interest in topics that you were interested in. How was that? And do you think that was useful in your application process, getting mentored by, say, uh, teaching assistants or even research students?
I think that definitely helped because when
What did you do, and what was the project on, and what kind of
sure.
help did you see?
So my one of the projects was basically a safety headgear project. So the role of that is basically to assist visually impaired people to cross the road whenever there's a moving vehicle. So the headgear, the cap, can then like send some information to the person's head, and it will basically have some sensors that will notify the person so that they can cross seamlessly in any of the crossings. And the second one was basically more of a alarm clock based project which I was working on. So it basically integrates with the Google Calendar. So it was kind of like an embedded systems kind of project. It will take the data from your Google Calendar and basically display it. So I think just interacting with circuitry and writing code for it would have actually like helped in um, would have helped in my transfer application.
Fascinating. I think your interest in tinkering and making things work and finding solutions was definitely interesting when we were doing the discussions on topics that you cared about. How did you take this interest further at Cornell? And since it's a place you really wanted to be at, has it matched your expectations? And what are the interesting things you're doing with professors or other students that make this memorable for you?
Sure. So I think one of the advantages of Cornell is that the student body is really small. So I can, and that means that I have a more
You
and
want to
a
say
better
small in
interaction.
the department you're in or in
Yeah,
general? Okay.
like in general as well. Because at Illinois there were about like 40,000 students, and that just got cut down. So I think I was able to have more interaction with my professors because the class size was smaller, and I think that the professors were more approachable. Like if I wanted to, if I had a doubt, then I can just go to them. At Illinois, I found it to be kind of difficult because we had a larger student body, so it was difficult to maintain that kind of relationship. And based on that only, I worked with a couple of professors. I was part of the robotics lab at Cornell, and I think that provided me the platform to actually like find my interest. So my interest, because my major, it's kind of broad, right? Like it involves from circuitry to software engineering. So I had a couple of research projects that were related to robotics, and then a couple of professors who are in the area of signal processing. I was able to do kind of projects related to that as well. And recently, like in the last semester only, I took a couple of machine learning courses. I was working under a professor who was able to guide me through a couple of projects that I was working on my own.
So, what are these projects, and how does your research assistantship? Is that part of the whole thing that you become a research assistant and then you work on these projects?
Yeah, so the process of applying for research assistantship is that you basically contact the professor and then you enroll in a class. And basically, we used to have like a weekly meeting, and my professor would basically assign me some tasks. And based on that, I would try to achieve it. And we would, like, usually we would be paired with a PhD student or a master, and we would have interaction with them like once or twice a week. And then I think it was like every month we would have to then showcase our result to the professor. And yeah.
Okay, and any cool products or projects that you almost completed or are completing? Anything that you'd like to share?
Yeah, so we like the robotics group I was part of. So we were able to develop a cool like uh, detection robot that can maneuver across a set of obstacles, and um, has pretty good accuracy in terms of the data it receives. And I think that was like really well planned out project.
That's super. Looking at life at Cornell and Ithaca as a city, what do you think works for you and what are the things that you wish were different? in both the city and the university setting?
I think it's a good place because if I was in a city, then I think there would be a lot more distractions. But Ithaca being quiet is definitely like a good study environment. So I think that kind of works for me. I think one of the disadvantage could be that it's kind of quiet and secluded from the city itself. So it's really difficult to actually like go to the city. It's like a 5 hours drive. Also, the weather is really bad. It can get like it can snow really bad. So that's something you need to take into account that if you can get used to that kind of weather.
Great. I'm going to switch gears and get to know about your strengths. If you were to pick 3 words to describe your strengths, what would they be?
Okay, so I think one would be competitive. Second would be eager, and third would be enthusiastic.
That's yeah, it's interesting that you have these answers ready pretty much, and so. But the next one might make you think a little bit more. Hopefully, if you were to reflect on any embarrassing moment or say a failure or a mistake you made in high school or college, and the two universities that you attended, can you think of 1 or 2 or 3 such situations, and what was the learning from those experiences?
Yeah. So in terms of failure, I think yeah. So I know of one. So at Illinois, my roommate and I we thought of starting a startup, and we went to a couple of uh, um, like accelerator programs for funding and pitching our ideas, and and basically one of them was structured like based on the number of votes you get, and my roommate and I we got like only one vote at that competition, and others had like about 50, 60 votes. So what we started to do was we started to improve on the idea, uh, started adding more people, and like in our dorm only we started to include more people and made a website so that it actually seemed legible, and then we then kind of improved on that. But I think yeah, just getting out there was kind of like
So, do you think that your interest in entrepreneurship still persists? You would one day want to pursue it, or you're not
uh,
certain?
so I'm not certain. It's a lot of work, to be honest, and it takes. Uh, I mean, I think it's a good. Like if you're interested in, you should pursue it. But for me personally, it's kind of like not my.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, I've been noticing that even at University of Illinois, you were helping with teaching assistantships, and now you're a research assistant. So, do you think there's a trend? You're more interested in academia, and in some sense?
Yeah. So, like I was initially planning to do PhD, and like I'm still debating whether I should like go or not. I'm thinking like I'll work for some time and then probably transition into academia because I don't know. It's kind of like I have time to figure it out, but yeah,
Great. So thank you, Ishan, for such an insightful and honest sort of interview with us. We will be organizing panels and small group sessions where we'll invite our students, current students who are applying to colleges, and hopefully uh, inputs from you would be very useful in those small group settings. So all the best, and looking forward to following your journey in the future. Thank you.